Hey YouTube, welcome to the Subprime to Prime YouTube channel. Here, our focus is to get you from subprime to prime, and that all starts with knowing where you want to go on your financial journey. This is for information and educational purposes only, and not intended to be financial or legal advice. Please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel for future tips on all things financial literacy. Alright, here we go. Let's get into it, guys. So, in this video, we're going to talk about manufactured spending. Now, some of you may have heard of it, and some may not. But in any instance, I'm going to kind of touch on the ramifications of using it, and the pitfalls, and, and get some feedback from you guys on what you think. Now, manufactured spending is the strategy used by some to artificially increase their spending on credit cards to earn rewards like points, miles, and cash back. Now, without actually, incurring any genuine expenses. So, this is like purchasing like cash equivalents, gift cards, money orders, and using the rewards card, and then liquidating those assets to pay off the credit card balances. So, basically, going to get or purchase, gift cards, which then purchases money orders, which then, you use the cash to pay back off the credit card. Now, though that may seem like, oh no, it's not a big deal. Well, there's a few things that you need to be aware of. Now, credit card companies are getting increasingly sophisticated in their ability to detect manufactured spending. Now, if it's determined that your spending patterns don't line up typically with consumer behavior, they may close your accounts down or blacklist you from future products. And this can have a long-term effect on you being able to obtain credit or lending or funding of any kind from that particular, brand or bank or financial institution. So it's something to definitely keep in the back of your mind. And in the legal and ethical considerations, some financial institutions consider this fraud, and we already know what happens if you get in trouble with fraud. And overall, it could, if you don't do it correctly or how it's designed, I guess, it could impact your credit score, because you could, raise high volumes of utilization on cards that would adversely affect your credit score. High utilization causes your credit score to drop regardless. So that's another thing to consider. And then kind of the risk of like financial loss and fees and all those types of things that that cause you to pay more for what you're getting. Like in case of you're unable to liquidate the assets as planned, sometimes these losses outweigh the rewards. So it's not the best idea to do it, and just giving you the information so you know what you're dealing with. And then the time and complexity. Manufactured spending is it can be time consuming. You'd have to go to many stores and keep running the same play over and over and over again until it can seem like it's like a little bit exhausting, actually. But it's one of those things that people do to shortcut, try to get things the easy way, and you could overall decrease the reward value, because as more and more people do it, it just makes the credit card companies devalue the points and the miles and the cash back over time, and then you're holding on to large amounts of rewards that could be worthless at some point if people keep continuing to do it. And it's one thing to be like, oh, okay, well, I've only done it once or whatever, and you got through, you got what you needed out of the deal. But if you're doing this on a consistent basis, like this is your day-to-day activity to make bread, you might want to think about finding a different way to do that, because this isn't it. But to mitigate these risks, you got to kind of understand and respect the terms and conditions, because your credit cards, they're not going to be forgiving. If you get caught, they're gonna throw the book at you. And that's, you could be the person that they choose as the scapegoat for all other people. Fraud is fraud. If you're committing bank fraud, you're committing bank fraud. If you're caught, this could be totally detrimental to the rest of your credit gathering years. So you never know. And if one financial institution accuses you, it's just a domino effect. So hopefully this is one of those things where it makes you a little nervous or scared to actually take on this particular risk, because this time the risk is definitely not worth whatever rewards points that you plan on getting out of this deal. It's just not a good way to do business. You want to go about conducting your business the correct way. You want to use your credit cards responsibly. Always pay them on time, like I typically say it all the time. But this isn't for you. Okay, so I'm just giving you what could happen in the event that you decide that, maybe I'll try it, once, twice, and, nothing happens. I'm saying, like, the risk is definitely not worth the potential, and I'll say potential reward in this case. So, as we're talking about these things and financial literacy, keep in mind, always keep your utilization as low as possible. Pay your bills on time and by the due date. And you want to make sure that if you're using your cards the correct way, you're going to be leaps and bounds above some of your peers who are misusing them. You're going to get out of debt faster, and you're going to be able to move along your journey in a more, I would say, cleaner way. So keep that in mind while you're out here using credit cards and such. All right, and hop on over to our platform, the platform on school, Subprime to Prime, and there we go a little bit more in depth with all things financial literacy to get you in a better place financially. Again, please like and subscribe, and thanks for tuning in. All right, we'll see you soon.